Hello and welcome to week 6. We're about more than halfway done here now, so we'll have to see what happens in the future, but let's just jump straight into battles. Timestamps are above. Welcome to week 6. Here we are now past the halfway mark. There are 11 weeks. There might be an elimination week needed if there are tiebreakers that somehow don't end up working out, which probably won't happen, but anyways, nevertheless, we are on week 6, so that means 5 weeks has been done. And we have 6 to go, including this week. So after this, we're definitely past halfway mark. So we get a good idea of seeing who is going to make it into the playoffs and who might not. But there's still time for plenty things to change. On the left, we have Quartz. And on the right, we have Saint Snow. Of course, Quartz is 4 members and Saint Snow is 2 members. So that means we need to double the amount of members for Saint Snow here. Therefore, I doubled both of them because I'm not doing 3 and 1 because I want to make a whole lot of sense. Quartz is 3 and 1. And Saint Snow is 4 and 1. So both teams have only got 1 loss. So someone is going to receive their second loss here. Both teams have been pretty good recently. Saint Snow only really had one unfortunate loss to DiverDiva, which actually wasn't that close. But beyond that, Saint Snow has been very dominant. And they've been doing pretty well overall. But Quartz has shown that they have some fight into them. So this can be anyone's game here. And whoever wins definitely gets a little leg up on the opponents, potentially getting a better seeding. So, early on here, we have Kanata dying as she fell off and landed off the track here. And landing off the train here is pretty much a death sentence, as it is going to, well, not only deal a lot of damage, but you're going to quickly fly off the screen here. Especially if you fall to the right, which is pretty much, you're doomed. If you fall off to the left, you will probably just take a lot of damage, but live. But it's still not a good idea to fall off. So now we have Emma die here, and one of the Leias here. So Quartz is actually a little bit behind here, as they already lost 2 lives here. So Saint Snow has a bit of advantage here. And there goes Kasumi. So now Quartz has received 3 deaths so far to Saint Snow's 1. So far, Saint Snow has been really putting the hurt on Quartz here, as Saint Snow really wants to get their victory here. Saint Snow has been doing pretty well here, as they're dealing a lot more damage to their opponents and already confirmed a lot of kills here. And only Leia really has a really high percentage here. But Sana finds a way to die here. And so does Kanta, who now has down to her final life here. Rina still holding on to all 3 lives for Quartz here. So she's kind of the hope for the team right now. And there goes Rina. So Quartz is already lost 5 lives here. Not doing so well here. Now, Saint Snow has lost 4 lives here. So Quartz is doing their best to try to even up this matchup a little bit here, as they are slowly catching up, but they've had a pretty devastating start here. Looks like Kasumi looks like she'll live and get back on, but right once she gets back on, she dies anyways, as she has a really high percentage here. Kanta's looking to get eliminated now, and she does get eliminated, so she's likely to steal life here, and she steals a life from Rina to make sure it stays a 4v4 here. Both Sadas are down to their final lives here for Saint Snow here, and it goes to Leia. The lives are back to even here. If Leia gets killed, you can see Quartz getting a little bit of advantage here. There goes Emma. She will not be able to make it. And Leia does recover, so now we are at Quartz is now at a slight disadvantage here. Now they have 3 lives compared to Saint Snow's 5, now 4. Rina's doing her best to try to stay alive here and recover, but she is unable to recover here, and there goes all Quartz dying really quick here. Now it's just 1 life against his 4. Looks like Sada will not be able to recover there on the right. He's trying to darn us to stay alive here, but for how long we'll have to see here. Emma's holding on to dear life here, and she's just trying to survive a 1v3 here, which is incredibly hard, and she does not make it. And the Sada all the way to the right stayed alive for a long time there, as she couldn't do anything but just stay alive. So Saint Snow claims victory here. Saint Snow had a pretty good showing here. Quartz did try to do their best here, but Kasumi did not do them any favors here, and Kanata died a bit more than she should have here. We have one of the Leias performing very well here, getting 6 kills, while the other one, not so much. But nevertheless, both Sana and Leia average, if you combine both of them, to be 6 and 4. So I guess it's an even showing for them. So overall, a pretty good victory for Saint Snow, who goes and moves to 5-1. Quartz will fall to 3-2, which is still a bit of a respectable record, but they do not get to have 4-1. Welcome to the second battle of week 2. Here we got another big heavyweight fight here. On the left we have Arise. Arise is 4-0, so they're the only undefeated team left here. And on the right we have Guilty Kiss, who is 4-1. So last week we saw Guilty Kiss lose to Quartz, so that's why they officially have a loss now. So both teams currently have 4 victories here, but someone's obviously got to get to 5. And both have been proven to be pretty good teams here. The question is, can Guilty Kiss get a bit of an upset and defeat the only team who hasn't had a loss yet? We'll have to see here. Alright, we had a very interesting strategy from Rico at the start. Almost Queen Suicide. I guess she did recover, but that was strange. And as Tsubasa tries to do the same, but she doesn't have as good of a recovery, so she actually dies from that. So, I guess Tsubasa tries that again, and definitely does not work here. Tsubasa is not having a good day here with her brain or something. Alright, and then Yushiko, I guess, tries the same thing again, except she gets stuck on her stage as well. So clearly this stage is not very good for idols as they try to commit something that's pretty hard to do. There goes Anju, so the Rise is down 3 lives here. Well, Guilty Kiss only has lost 1 life here, so this is looking like a heavy advantage for Guilty Kiss here. And Mari luckily gets to live that really big shot, but just barely. All of Guilty Kiss is at pretty high percentages here, as well as Arise. And Tsubasa is looking to lose her 3rd life in about a minute or less. But we'll have to see how long, because then she will probably have to steal life from Erena. There you go. So Erena looks like she'll be able to recover back on stage, but she does get pushed out really hard here, and she will not be able to cover. Mari also falls. So now Arise down to 5 lives here. Guilty Kiss has a bit more of a lead here with 7 lives remaining here. Tsubasa is now definitely getting really high in percentages here with 116, as well as Yoshiko and Rico, who can very much lose a life very soon here. Tsubasa is having a little struggle getting backstage, but looks like she will be able to get back on, and she actually does get a kill here, so she ends up finishing out Rico's 1st life here. So all Guilty Kiss currently still has 2 lives each. Well, no, and I was about to say the same minus Tsubasa for Arise, but now they're all down to their final lives each as Tsubasa decides to steal a life from one of her teammates. So now we have 6 lives on 3 lives, and there goes Yoshiko, so now we actually have 5 lives on 3 lives here. Arise has their work cut out for them right here. As, well, Erena looks like she's going to lose a life pretty soon here, and then when that happens, it's all over. So there goes Erena, and now it's going to be a 3-on-2 here, and it's only going to be a matter of time before Guilty Kiss will be able to claim the victory here and finally defeat the only undefeated team here. But we'll have to see. Arise can at least try to make this interesting, and I don't think they can do that anymore as Tsubasa dies once more. And now it's just Anju versus 3 here, all of Guilty Kiss. So it's just a matter of time until she dies. And she does not even recover to the stage here and just accepts defeat and dies here. So we have a pretty dominant victory here from Guilty Kiss. Granted, it was really Tsubasa's fault here as she genuinely committed suicide twice, to be honest, although one technically didn't count since she actually took damage for that, so it is credited as a kill. So unfortunate for Arise is that Tsubasa had some very questionable decisions here. But it also didn't help that her teammates only got 1 kill each. Unfortunate for Arise as they did not have a good game here. So Arise will fall to 4-1 and no team has a perfect record anymore. Guilty Kiss will move to 5-1 here, which that should match Saint Snow. So we got plenty of teams who are still looking very strong here. Welcome to the 3rd battle of week 6. On the left we have CYaRon, and on the right we have BiBi. So CYaRon is currently 1-3, so they're definitely struggling here, and they're looking to see if they can get a victory anyway, anyhow, as there are also a lot of other 1-3 teams, so they could try to get a little of an advantage over them. Well, we have BiBi, who is 3-2, who are looking to try to get back into the top seeding here. We'll have to see. BiBi has been inconsistent, to say at best. They had some abysmal games, and they had some decent games. So we'll have to see if they show up here or not. So here we're on the Sonic stage with the Green Hill Zone, one of the very iconic stages from the Sonic series. So far we have a pretty spread out damage here. I guess it looks like CYaRon has a slight advantage in overall percentage, but it's really early here. And if one of the teams can get a nice kill off the ledge here because it's a walk-off, they can get advantage here. And it looks like there is, so CYaRon finishes off Nico pretty early on here, which gives CYaRon a quite advantage here. Now we have a lot of who are trying to punish the others by staying close to the edge and try to get killed here. Oh, no, it looks like Ellie will not be able to kill Ruby there, as she was not quite high enough percentage here. But we still definitely have an advantage for CYaRon here. We'll have to see if BiBi will make a difference here, and they managed to take out Chika, and Ruby is really high here as well. So BiBi can take the advantage here with another kill here. There goes Ellie, and then the lead goes slightly back into BiBi's, or I say CYaRon's favor. So there goes Ruby. Now we're back in even on lives here, and there goes Chika, dying really early for that life here. And there goes Yo. So now BiBi's back in the lead here. Maki's still holding on to all 3 lives here for now, and no, she is not, as she just got killed. So now for CYaRon, we have 5 lives versus the 6 lives for BiBi here. So BiBi has definitely been playing a little better as of recently, and CYaRon not so much. Yo has recently died, and there goes Nico as well. So CYaRon's down to 4 lives here. Well, BiBi still has 5 lives here. And there goes Yo, dying because this is a walk-off stage. We will take Ruby's extra life to keep this a 3v3. But it looks like CYaRon was more punished by the fact that this is a walk-off stage and playing too close to the ledge and getting hit there. So there goes Ellie. Now she's down to her final life here. But there goes Ruby. And now we have Chika looking to die really soon here. It's a 2v3 here. So it's only a matter of time, and there goes Chika, and Yo will soon follow, as this is a 3v1. 1 life versus 4 lives. I'm not sure what Maki's doing all the way to the right. She's lost or something. I've never seen an AI do that before. She's clear. She knows her team's got it, so she's just staying to the right there, doing whatever she does. So there goes, BiBi does claim victory, and BiBi will move to 4-2, which is a pretty good record overall, which definitely puts him more into contention, looking into getting the higher seeds for the playoffs. While CYaRon decides playoffs are not so much their thing, as they are moved to 1-4. Chika got 4 kills, which that's pretty good, to be honest. Yo died 4 whole times without getting a single kill. That explains why they lost. We have a pretty dominant performance by Nico, which I believe she had a pretty good performance last week as well. So Nico is starting to become more and more of a player in these battles. So unfortunately for CYaRon, they move to 1-4, and BiBi moves to 4-2. Welcome to the 4th battle of week 6. Here on the left we have Lily White, and on the right we have Asuna. So Lily White is currently 1-3, while Asuna is 2-3. So both team has experienced 3 losses, and someone will get their 4th. With a win, Asuna can move to 3-3, which is 500, which is keeps them in contention at least. But with a loss, that'll put them 2-4, which definitely keeps them a bit out of the window here. Lily White needs basically any win they can get here if they want to make sure they can stay in contention. If Lily White falls to 1-4, they're going to be tied with CYaRon now, which was kind of the worst record so far. So we'll have to see. If you're a fan of Lily White, it's definitely troubling times as it's been. I think they lost 3 in a row. I think they won the first battle, and then since then it's not been the best for performance in them. So this should be one of the Legend of Zelda stages. And I haven't played this game, so I'm not super familiar. At least I know the music. So far we have Shizuku, who already is moving up to 80% here. Lily White has definitely been putting out more damage on their opponents right now, as Asuna has been a little struggling dealing damage to their opponents here. Got some big hits by Rin there, as they're really racking up the percentages on Asuna, as they're starting to be sent flying by the big hits here. And Shizuku receives a big hit, but actually Umi is the first to die here. So unfortunate for Umi, as she will put Lily White a little bit behind here. And there goes Nozomi. So Asuna has been actually been responding, because they actually been getting the kills, which really matters here. So all of Lily White's actually died so far here. Well, okay, there we go. All of Asuna dies together in unison. So we're back to even lives here. But granted, the percentages are much higher for Lily White now, as Asuna has just been able to get the confirmation of kills, while Lily White's definitely struggled at that for a bit more. Lily White's definitely trying to build the percentages back up again here, to make this game a bit more even. And they're doing a relatively good job here, as they've been really out-damaging Asuna again, as Asuna just chokes on their slight advantage here. But Lily White has definitely been putting the hurt on their opponents. But again, if they struggle before getting the kills, while Asuna doesn't, that could make the difference in this fight here. We got a big hit for Shizuku on Nozomi. It looks like we have... Alright, Ayumu will be killed here, as Lily White takes advantage here, but Umi is also really high here. So another big hit on her, and she could be finished here, especially with a high percentage of 150 here. And there goes a big hit, and there goes Umi, and there goes Nozomi, now giving the lead to Asuna in terms of lives here. We have 5 lives on 4 lives here. Rin is being pretty high, but so is Setsuna and Shizuku. And Rin gets a kill here and finishes off Setsuna, and Shizuku is soon to follow, which puts Lily White with a slight advantage until Rin dies, and she does die here. So we have a really close match here, as all the girls are down to their final lives here. The first one to get a kill here is likely to win, as they get a slight advantage of having 3 on 2, and see if they can take a real advantage of that. Ayumu is incredibly high percentages here, putting Asuna in a troubling spot here, but Umi is also building up on percentages here, while Nozomi is pretty safe in percentage so far. But we'll have to see who managed to get the first kill. Definitely a bit in Lily White's favor, as Ayumu's definitely struggling here. She does not die, but that was awfully close. But so is Umi, who has 120% here. Could definitely die to any big hit here. Umi does not die there, nor does Ayumu, but they are both incredibly high. And there goes Umi, who dies to the sea. Makes sense, I guess. And, well, it's Nozomi is just the last one left here, as losing both her teammates was just too much now, and she can't really fight a 3v1 here. She could potentially get a nice kill on Ayumu to make it a bit more reasonable, but it's incredibly hard for her to be able to fight all 3 of them at once, and it's only a matter of time before it looks like she'll die. And there she goes, and Asuna will claim the victory, just barely so. Losing Umi that early on at the end end up costing them and making it so that they cannot fight back anymore. So congratulations to Asuna, who will get to move to 3-3. Setsuna has 5 kills here, which is definitely the best here, and quite a showing. Umi didn't perform as well, probably because she was near water, and that's not her element. So unfortunate for Umi and Lily White as a whole, as they get to move to 1-4. Welcome to the final battle of week 6. So if you're wondering where AZALEA is on their bye week, so you'll not see him fight. Here on the left we have DiverDiva, and on the right we have Printemps. So of course we're duplicating because DiverDiva has 2 members. DiverDiva has 1-4 for their record. Not good. They've been pretty mediocre, minus the 1 game against Saint Snow. So We'll have to see if they're able to show up, but they generally don't. And then we have Printemps, who is 1-3, so also not a very good record. Someone's gonna get 2 wins here. Someone has to. Who? That's a great question. We'll have to see. Maybe Printemps. Printemps has performed a little bit better overall. They had some close games that they just barely lost against decent teams, but a loss is a loss, so that's why the record's pretty bad, because they just kept being on the losing side here. So what we gotta see, because DiverDiva has definitely been struggling here. We'll see if they will be able to claim a second victory, which they're still definitely struggling here, even if they even get to 2-4. But if they fall to 1-5, it's pretty much over for them. And there goes Honoka, the first to die, and that was just more of a dumb play, if anything. So, good job. Oh, and there goes a spike here. And then Honoka dies to a toadstool, so she's smart, making it any chance of getting back in this game even harder. So Honoka's down to her final life as Printemps is down 2 lives here, while the DiverDiva is down to now 2 lives as well, as Kanan is already lost 2 lives here. I guess it's a pretty even game here so far, as the percentages and lives are pretty even overall here. I gotta say, there have been some questionable decisions here. There goes Kotori, so that Printemps will fall behind in lives here. We'll have to see for how much though, because both eyes are looking to die very soon here. And there goes one of the eye. And, well, Kanan died, and then she's gonna steal life from one of the eyes. Keep this 3v3 here. But we'll have to see it when Honoka does that, because it's gonna happen eventually. Hanamaru is still holding on to her first life here, and technically one of the eyes, although she lost one for Kanan here. Kanan just playing abysmally here, as she doesn't even have a single kill. All she has done is died. And there goes Hanamaru. So now there goes another life for Printemps. The original one of the eyes still is holding on to her first life technically at 160%, and she's still alive somehow. And there goes Honoka. She finally dies, and oh god, all Printemps is dying there. That right there looks like it's the end here, as all Printemps decided to jump off the ledge and not make it back on the ledge, which should end it up as they lost 3 lives there, a 3 life swing. Now it's 2 lives here on 4 lives here. With that, Printemps' chance of actually getting into this battle has just been deleted. Well, we'll have to see. If they have some ridiculous plays, they can potentially win, even though this is a 3v2 and DiverDiva is not playing like it is a 3v2. Both of Printemps members are building up in percentage though, so soon enough they will be dying. But one of the eyes has an incredibly high percentage here, and she goes and dies. So now we have a 3-on-2, but if they can finish off Kanan, they can make it a 2-on-2 here to make it a little bit more fair for them. Kotori is getting pretty high here, and Honoka is also pretty high here as well. And there goes Kotori. Now we have a 3-on-1 here. Let's see if Honoka can make this interesting. The answer is probably not. And I just kills herself. Like, seriously. What was that? So, looks like DiverDiva will win it, but just barely, I guess. Honoka had a chance, as the rest of those 2 members had pretty high percentages, and the one had low percentages for the guy who had nothing in terms of percentage, and she just killed herself. So, yeah, that's not a very good strategy. So, Kanan actually showed up towards the end here. She was 0-3, but then she decided to get 4 kills, so I guess that makes up for it. We have one of the eyes who got 2-1, and then the other eye who had 3-2 until she committed suicide at the end for whatever reason, which will make her 3-3, so not as a great performance. Honoka got 4 kills here, which really carried Printemps. Although she died a lot, she did get more kills, which does make a difference. The rest of Printemps did not do so well, as they only got 1 kills each. So that will end this week here. DiverDiva will move to 2-4. How exciting! And Printemps will move to 1-4. Yeah, not very great records here. But we'll have to see if they can fix this in the future in week 7. So for week 7, we will have Guilty Kiss on their bye. So they will not be in the next week of battles. But stay tuned and see who can get into the playoffs. We're starting to get a little picture of who will make it and who won't. Obviously by maybe week 9 or 10, we'll know basically most characters that are, most teams that are in. But we got a little ways to go. So let me know what you guys think of these battles. Who do you think is going to make it in and who's not going to make it in? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope to catch you guys in another video soon.